Ronnie Wood recalls what he told Amy Winehouse when she opened up to him about her struggles with alcohol addiction before her death. While speaking to the Sunday Times about the Rolling Stones' new album, Foreign Tongues, the English guitarist, 79, recalled an exchange she had with Winehouse before she died at age 27 in 2011 from accidental alcohol poisoning. She would go, "Oh, Ronnie, what am I going to do?" I said, "Look, everyone knows you've got vodka in the water bottle. Get it together and get on stage. But if you could get her up there and she stayed there, it'd be great," Wood said, who used to spend time with the English singer, in the interview published Saturday, July 4th. "I'm sad because she didn't do her full span," the guitarist added of Winehouse. "It was like saying goodbye to Billie Holiday again." Winehouse arose in the Times interview, which also featured insights from Wood's bandmates Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, because Foreign Tongues features an interpretation of her song, "You Know I'm No Good." Per the Times, 82-year-old Stones frontman Jagger's harmonica replaces horns as the lead instrument on the track, which was one of several hits to spawn from her Grammy-winning record, Back to Black. Explaining the interpretation, which the Times describes as a tribute to Winehouse, in the July 4th story, Keith Richards said, "Mick expresses himself on harmonica probably in the fullest way that he can, even better as a vocalist." Keith Richards, 82, also told the UK newspaper that he regrets not getting to know Winehouse better. "I was always sort of, well, I'm bound to meet her down the road. You expect things to happen, and unfortunately, no. But that's what records are for. I'm just very glad and honored to have played with her at least once," referring to when he and the Rolling Stones performed with the Rehab singer at England's Isle of Wight Festival in June 2007. Winehouse exploded onto the scene with her 2006 album Back to Black, which swept at the 2008 Grammys, winning a total of 5 awards. While she was captivating audiences, the musician was dealing with drug and alcohol addiction, as well as long-term bulimia behind the scenes. After several trips to rehab and a few near-death experiences, Winehouse was off of hard drugs in the final years of her life. Although she was also making strides in her recovery from alcoholism, it was an unfortunate relapse that ultimately took her life in July 2011. Amy was a girl in her 20s suffering from addiction, and everybody was a part of it. Everybody was watching it, Winehouse's best friend Tyler James told The Times in 2021. "When you go to rehab, you have to be the strongest you've ever been in your life when you are the weakest you've ever been in your life, and she had to go through that in front of people," James added. Foreign Tongues, which follows the Rolling Stones' 2023 album Hackney Diamonds, will include guest spots from the Beatles' Paul McCartney and Robert Smith of The Cure and Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, along with the tribute to Winehouse. Foreign Tongues is out on July